Heyo, and welcome back to Get Going Fast, the place where we're getting into this excellent hobby of AI and hopefully sort of a quick and efficient manner in which you might actually learn something. And today, we are looking at something that is called Phantom Consistent Video Gen. It's actually just called Phantom. I call it Consistent Video Gen because that's what it is. And essentially what we're going to be able to do with this app is go ahead and throw in images and have it go ahead and create stuff off the image. Remember we had, Uno Flux here just last week where we were making images off of two separate things. Well, this one is actually making videos. And you know, it's not bad. That's actually pretty good quality stuff. Not the highest, I wouldn't call this professional grade, but certainly worth playing with. This is really fantastic stuff you can see, and that's all thrown things. And look, I even threw a cartoon character in there, and it went ahead and used that as well. So we are going to go ahead and put this one turned out really good. We're going to turn out and play with this. We're going to get it installed. We're going to use it in ComfyUI because, as usual, the base model itself is not going to work with our basic GPUs just because it's going to be too resource intensive. But as usual, Kijai has come out, with the quant stuff that is going to work. It's not a difficult installation. I'm going to show you where to find the models that we need. If you already have WAN 2.1 installed, you've got 90% of the models you're going to need, okay? And but we'll go through how to get those anyways. There's a workflow that we will give props to fellow that made it. We have to make some alterations to it. Hopefully not altercations, but hopefully some alterations to it to make it work a little bit better. And then we are going to be in the money, money, right? So, but before we do that, I want to thank you for liking the channel and subscribing, telling your friends about it, getting off the bus, and that scene like where the guy and the gal, they're like running across the field to each other, and they get to each other and they embrace, and you doing that with some completely random stranger, and then when you get there, just being like, have you heard about Get Going Fast and AI? Because that's romantic. And it shows what a romantic heart you have. You romantic fool, you. So thank you so much for doing that on our behalf here at Get Going Fast. I appreciate that very, very much. Okay, be sure to like us on Instagram. Be sure to like us over on the X. Come follow us on Reddit. Come find the Get Going Fast page and just start posting stuff, okay? We're going to be part of the community. This is your chance to get famous. You'll be on the in crowd once this hits big, right? They'll be like, that guy's been around forever, yo. So welcome to that. Hit us up on the Discords. And in the meanwhile, if you find this helpful at all, feel free to send me a super thanks as well. That puts a couple bucks in my pockets and keeps shoes on my dogs. So, all right, let's get into the good stuff here of Phantom Video Generation. Yo. Okay, so as mentioned before, we have over here at the Get Going Fast page, you can always do what we're about to do just by getting the quick installer. If you're a member, you get access to everything, and you can sit and play with this all day long. And here's a little installer. You just put it outside of your ComfyUI, you'll run it, and it will download the models you need, put them in the places you need, and even has your workflow, your modified workflow. So, all right, that's the quick, easy, fast way to do it. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and be looking, for this over here. So here's where we're going to actually start. Now, to find this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to type Phantom Video GitHub. And I'm going to be looking for this one. It's by Phantom Subject Consistent Video Generation. Now, you might or might not find it. If you can't find it, I'll try to drop a link. Where's that finger? The image is so small, I can't see it. I'll try to drop a link, in the description so you can get there. And we're going to click into here to just kind of take a look at it, okay? But we're actually not going to install from here. what we're going to do is we're just going to take a look at it so we can kind of see what's going on. So this obviously is where it's coming from. You can just kind of get an idea of what it's doing. And down here, I don't want you to be fooled. You're going to see all the quick start stuff, and it's easy to do. It actually isn't that difficult to do, and I would walk you through this. But you know why I'm not going to walk you through it? Because, it would do you no good to walk you through it, because this is so, this model isn't going to work for what we want to do. Okay, we need to get some quantized stuff, or else you'll sit on this for 18 years. It'll lock down your computer. It won't work. But just to let you know that a lot of times when you get these apps, they're made for big machines. So instead, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using some Kijai nodes over here. Okay, and so what we're going to do here, I will drop the link for this. You can you're going to be going to this site, Kijai. You can just go to hugandface.co/Kijai/Juan video. And it's going to give you a bunch of, or Juan video _ comfy. And it's going to give you all of the stuff that you ever need for downloading Juan. And really what we're going to need is just from here is really this Juan 1_3B. But what we really need is we need the workflow. Okay. So to get the workflow, we are going to have to, you're going to have to go and get it from here. Meanwhile, while we're doing that, go ahead and I encourage you to go to YouTube Music or to go to any of your other major streaming platforms like Spotify or Amazon or iHeart and do a search for Jim Day and the Better Stories, where you can find all sorts of good music to work to like this.
I'm missing you, but now I miss all of you. I was angry and bold and black-eyed, and though I miss your sweet touch and my hands in your hair, I miss drinking coffee with you by my side.
We're going to pop on over here to cognibuild.ai, okay, and we're just going to go click on this blog, and you're going to find that there is a link here for Phantom Video Workflow. So we're just going to go here, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just click on that, and it's going to bring you up to here. What probably the easiest thing to do is actually just right click on it and just go save link as, and that's going to open up a save image, and just go ahead and save that to your ComfyUI folder. And then we're going to make some modifications to this and resave it. It's going to be glorious. It's going to be awesome. So go ahead and save that, and then we move on to the next step. We're going to go ahead and do this a little bit backwards. We're going to go ahead and load our workflow, and then we're going to figure out what we need to do to get this installed. So we will go ahead, click on your run comfy.bat. Okay, and that's going to pop up a command terminal that should look something like this. Okay, so you'll see that loading. Gosh, that came out really big. There we go. That's going to go ahead and load that up. Okay, and we're going to get in there, and it's going to have, now, obviously, mine is loaded up to the workflow. Yours is not going to have loaded up, so you're going to need to click on your workflow. You're going to have to click on open, and then you're going to have to load up the workflow, okay? And then we got a few small changes we got to take. This is actually a good time, though, for me to remind you, if you don't have ComfyUI installed, just go to a browser and type comfy.getgoingfast.pro, okay? And that's going to take you over to here where we have a free manual installation. And this manual installation is going to get you going the way you need to be going. It's going to install Sage Attention. It's going to install Triton. It's going to install Flash Attention. All the stuff for you. It's going to keep you within Python 3.10. And I believe it's going to install it in CUDA at 12.6 so that everything just kind of works out with the torch. On our systems, we are installing CUDA 12.8. Again, we haven't talked about this in a while, but CUDA, the big CUDA, that's like our 12.8. But then our CUDA toolkits are like the roads which go to the factory. The big CUDA is like the factory, and the CUDA toolkit's like the way that you get to and from it. All right. So we have big CUDA 12.8 on our system, and we're going to be using 12.6 there. But anyway, so if you don't have a Comfy and the UI installed, just sign up for a free account and you can actually get this and just click it and it will get you everything you go. Okay, that being said, popping back over to here. Okay, you're going to see my ugly mug there. It's actually not going to look like this when you first load this. Unless you get the Get Going Fast installer, then this is already all taken care of for you. What yours is going to look like is this. There we go. And you're going to notice that my ugly mug is gone. And instead, for some reason, they have this load image from path thing here, which is like, I don't even know why you bother putting that there. Because you have to know the exact location of it. And you can't even click to, you got to type it. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of this. We're going to click delete. We're going to be like, yo, not even for a moment. Bam. Okay. Then we're going to right click and go add nodes. And we're going to just go down here where it says image. And we're going to say load image. And it's going to create this. Okay. And then we're just going to grab it, this little thing here, and we're going to stretch it down to there. Okay. We're going to do the same thing down here. We're going to scroll out, see that load image 2. It says subject 2. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to say, I don't even quarter you for a moment. And then we'll just go add node. We're going to hit image, load image. Same thing. Okay. And we'll drag it to here. Now you're going to notice there's stuff here for subject 3 and subject 4. So essentially, if you're going to use more than one, you're going to want to do the same thing. You'll notice these are purple, so that means they're bypassed. We ain't using them, but if you do, you're going to want to get rid of these. So we'll do the same thing. We'll just get rid of it. We don't got time for your nonsense. And add node, load image, and we'll put that over to there. Maybe we can move these down to make a little bit of room. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll just right click on this bad boy and say bypass. Okay, bam. And we'll do the same for this last one. Let's just move these out of the way. Right click on that bad mammy jammy. And then right click, add node images, load image. Make the connection. Always got to make the connection. Okay, and then right click and go bypass. There it is. Okay, now let's go ahead and see everything else, how everything else is going to work. You're going to notice that these are our main things we're going to want to work about: our VAE loader, our text encoder, and our model loader. Okay, so the model loader is going to be something that you do not have yet. If you have played with WAN 2.1 before, then you're going to have these other ones in here already, okay? But I'm still going to show you how to get them because I'm that committed to you. So again, if you do go get the Get Going Fast installer, yo, you don't got to do all that. You just got to click it and she's going to be done for you. All right, but going back over here, that's going to be all that. You can see we're going to be able to set our height and value on this. I didn't see steps. I've looked around and I didn't see steps, but basically, you know, you just put your images in here. Theoretically, you would put these in. I think the top one is kind of your main subject, but you'd put your people in. And if you did a third one, say it was like you put in a picture of the beach, maybe they would be at the beach, you know, that kind of thing. You put a picture of a spherical ball, maybe they'll be inside the spherical ball. A lot of fun stuff to play with. And you'll notice over here that Sage Attention, the attention mode here, is already set to Sage Attention. So yoing it up on that, that's great. If you're having problems with that for some reason, you can always click it and go back to something else. Okay, so we're going to notice all this stuff. We've all got it set up for. Oh, and look at that. I didn't see this, the bypasser. So if you want to use subject 3, it's all whatever bypass. So you can just click that, and then now if you go down there, you'll see it's open. So that's cool. I didn't see that there. But if you don't have an image there, it'll throw an error. So here's the deal. What you're going to want to do, well, I mean, you know, yeah, what you want to do is click that run button that's down here. Can you see that run button? Why is that hiding? Is that screen? Oh, that screen's too big. Doggone it. Okay, so Okay, so you're going to click that run button that's right there. And what it's going to do is it's going to highlight that this doesn't have anything here. Now, I am going to warn you that it's if you don't have these here, for some reason it doesn't highlight them as missing. Okay, so how you're going to know if they're missing or not is you're going to click on it, and if they're not there, if nothing shows up, then you don't have them. Okay, same with this one. You click there. If it ain't there, you don't got it. Now, guaranteed you're not going to have this Phantom 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to need to go over to this page, which is our Kijai 1 video stuff. So this is where all this is like the golden chest, you know, that you've opened. Like, it's like, wow. Okay. And in here, once we get here, you're going to notice that you've got two versions here. You've got the FP16 and the FP32. So these are going to have to do with precision. So 32 is going to be a full thing, and 16 is going to be half of that, right? And then we get down to 8, and 8 is half of 16, and 4 is half of that, you know. So it's getting smaller and smaller. If you think you can handle it, grab the 32, okay? Because that's going to be better imaging than the 16. But if you can't run the 32, run the 16, because it's better to have some imaging than to have none. And this is a good enough app. Listen, there are apps out there that I play with and I'm just like, why even bother? Even with the good or the small, I'm like, meh. Okay, this one is actually fairly decent. So grab one of them. So you're going to click it, and this is where we're going to save it to. We're going to go over to our File Explorer, okay, and you're going to go into your ComfyUI model. You're going to grab that first one, that Phantom, the Phantom Menace. Okay, no, the Phantom, this is the Phantom 1. We're going to click into our models folder, and then we're going to click on diffusion models, okay? And inside of here, you can download them. Now, with the Get Going Fast installer, you can actually choose low resource or high resource, and they'll just download one or the other for you. So you're going to save it into here. Not a problem. About 6 gigabytes for the bigger one. When you pop back over to your browser and you're over into here, then when you click on this, you need to reload, okay? But then when you click on that, you'll see that it pops up, and then you choose it. Okay, now we got to go ahead and get this other stuff. So you can see we got this WAN 2.1 VAE. So we're going to do the same thing. Let's go over here and see if they have it under the Kijai. So we can go WAN 2_1 VAE. Let's see if that's the right one or not. Yeah, WAN _2.1 VAE. Oh shoot! It says okay, but notice these ones have FP16, FP32. So I don't know if those will work or not, but my take is that a lot of times you want exactly what it is. So here's what we're going to do instead. We're going to type, instead of getting it other, we're going to go ahead and type it all up into here. Go ahead and just copy it, and let's open up a new browser window and just paste it in. Okay, no, that's not a big deal. Okay, and you're going to find one here. You'll find a version of it here. So we'll go to this one, the split files. We're going to click that bad boy, and then we're just going to click download, and then we're going to download it over to here. Same thing. We got our ComfyUI folder. Okay, and then we're going to go into our models. This time we're going to put it in the VAE folder. Okay, there you go. Save it. Now, going back to our browser, we just need one more. And we're going to grab this one, the UMT5. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to type UMT5. Gosh, if I could type, it would certainly be helpful. Okay, so I'm going to type it all in there. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to copy this, go back over to another tab, paste that in there. Same thing. Look at Split Files has one. We're going to click it, download it, and then guess what? We're going to put it over to here. We're going to go back to our File Explorer, and this time instead of the VAE, we're going to look for the folder called Text Encoders, and then we'll save it in there. Okay, and we're pretty much done. So that is actually it. Now, what we'll go back to our browser. Okay, you upload. Oops, let's go over here. We'll choose your images. So we've got 2 images here, okay? Now, it starts with a nice little prompt here. Beautiful young woman and a young man holding hands, walking in a shopping mall. They are falling in love, dating. The woman is wearing a blue dress with black heels. Okay, so it goes on. So that's a nice little prompt to start with. And where we got, honestly, all of these ones from, it's kind of a nice, quick way to get going. Okay, so I would just go ahead and start with that. Run it. See how long it takes. It took me about 4 minutes to run each of these. Okay, and then you can always then go ahead and play with the the resolutions, the widths, and the heights, and all that. Like I said, I found that the videos are good. It's like there's a lot of potential there, but you'll notice. I mean, there's some saggy stuff on the skin and just some stuff that is kind of a little bit weird, but it's so close. Gosh, if we could just push the quality of this up just a little bit more, it would be fantastic. But then again, that's really high quality right there. And that was the same thing. All I did here was I took an image of a Viking girl, and it got everything. It got the hair, it got the horns. Everything is accurate. So it is really impressive how it manages to hold all of that together. Okay, now let me just say, once you get us all working, you're going to want to go over here to where it says workflow. You're going to click export. It doesn't matter really what you put here, okay? It's going to bring up a save as menu. And you want to go ahead and resave it, because otherwise you're going to have to change this every time. And once you've changed it once, you don't want to change it twice, friends. You don't want to do that to yourself, okay? But that's it. You're going. You're in the business. You're in the money now. You are part of the generation crew, okay? Generation AI. I'm going to have to work on that. We got like the Gen X, the Gen Z, but we're like Gen AI, and we're all here regardless of age, okay? That sounds so cheesy, but I don't think I'm going to go with it. All right, we're going to end it there. You guys stay good as usual. If you have any questions, hit me up on the Discord. You can rent my time if you'd like. If you really need help setting up your system, I'm here for you. You can find me. We'll make a deal. I'll come and we'll zoom on over and give you personalized support. If you did find this video helpful, sharing it is a great way of getting this out. Getting your friends a gift subscription, maybe even just hitting the super thanks, give me a couple bucks, keeps it up there and keeps the business growing. In the meanwhile, stay encouraged. You're doing a good job. I'm very proud of you, okay? A lot of people wouldn't have made it this far. So hang in there. Call your mother. Tell her you love her. Call that friend you ain't talked to in a while and say, hey, I'm sorry, I was the jerk. I'm ready to move on with the moving on. And by the way, have you heard of Get Going Fast and AI? Hey, see? Everything works together for the good. All right. On that note, we're going to say goodbye, and we will catch you on the other side of EO.